Hey, it's Kelly. I'm back with your A1 Extra presented by New Hearing Center. This week, senior reporter David McGee looks back at our coverage of the 95th anniversary of the Bristol Sessions, a time that has been described as the Big Bang in country music. Here's David.
We're in downtown Bristol, Virginia right now in front of the Birthplace of Country Music Museum, a multi-million-dollar facility that was established a few years ago, and it celebrates the 1927 Bristol Sessions recordings that happened 95 years ago this week, last week of July, first week of August, back in 1927, across the state line over in Bristol, Tennessee. Well, the Bristol Sessions are widely recognized for several reasons. The biggest of which is it was the first recordings of the Carter family, who of course went on to form a country music Hall of Fame career. They're from nearby Mesa Springs, Virginia, in Scott County. And Jimmy Rogers, who was known as the father of country music, came up from Mississippi to record for Ralph Peer here in 1927. Of course, he went on and had a country music career that wound up in the Hall of Fame. Of course, tragically cut very short because of an illness. Johnny Cash called this the most important event in the history of country music. Of course, he married into the Carter family, so take that. But it really was a significant set of recordings for several reasons, not the least of which were what we talked about, but also the technology that existed at the time. All of a sudden, Victrola made a record player that you could buy and put in your home and go buy records, and so you could listen to these recordings instead of listening to the radio. And the technology of the microphone that they used was very unique. It was the latest thing, and it was very significant because it brought the voices out. The other thing I think that really separated this was Ralph Peer, who conducted the sessions, worked for RCA Victor at the time, the Victor Talking Machine Company, and Peer set up a payment strategy to pay the artists for their work, and that basically is the same system that's used in the music industry today. One of the reasons Bristol was chosen was because we had a train station and they had direct connections to New York every day. So it was easy enough for Peer and his entourage to come down here on the train, bring their recording equipment, and basically not take it very far, just about a block, to the second floor of what was the Taylor Christian Hat Company. It was an empty building at the time. Bristol was a bustling town. A lot of history can be traced right back here to the streets of Bristol in 1927. There's a film that's going to premiere this coming Saturday called Born in Bristol. Documents the history of the 1927 sessions and all the things that have come from it.
All right, that's it for this week's A1 Extra. Make sure you log on to HeraldCourier.com for more reporting and stories of Bristol and Southwest Virginia. And to read more about the Bristol Sessions, follow us over at Herald Courier. And we'll see you next week for another A1 Extra, brought to you by New Hearing Center.